It's coffee time. Man, I had a full day of podcasts. It was too many, I think. I think that I've realized 3 is my absolute limit because even though I was eating, I still felt like starving and I started to get really restless all the time and I felt really bad. But we had an early daily bite, which was nice. So I got home earlier than usual and I had a little bit of extra time to read the manga and not eat breakfast. I was going to eat breakfast. I was like, I'll come back, I'll make some eggs, and then we'll do co-optional. And then I was like, wait, I've got so much manga to read. So I read a bunch of the manga. And then we did co-optional podcast, which Jesse's in Peru right now with his daddy, so he wasn't there. But it was really fun because I haven't talked to Jeff in Control. I haven't talked to him in forever. So it was really fun to have him on the podcast because he was just really good on it. He was a really, really good guest, very knowledgeable, and really fun to talk to, I think. So the 3 of us did perfectly fine. TB was like, are you okay with us just doing like the 3 of us without Jesse? And I was like, yeah, of course. And it was great. We had plenty to talk about. We went over time. And then I had a half-hour break where I read more manga. And then we did post-optional podcast with Mind Flame, and that was a couple hours long, and that was fun. I got to draw mustaches on myself, so of course I appreciate that. I was going to do this video with the mustache on, but my face started to itch really bad, and I was like, I need to take it off. I need to take it off. It's just, So I took all the mustache makeup off. I'm sorry, but then what happened? Then I had an hour, so post-optional ended at 6. So from 6 to 7, I had that last hour to, like, pack in the rest of the manga. So I read the rest of the manga right on time. Like, the second I was done with the final chapter, I was being rung in for MangaPod. I was like, okay, cool, did it. And then we did MangaPod. And that went a little bit late, too. And, man, by the end of all of it, I was so hungry. And I had gotten stuff for dinner. So I was like, sick. Now that everything's done, I can relax, make dinner, eat, whatever else. So I go into the kitchen and I start to pull everything out to cook, and I realize I did not buy the meat. I didn't buy the ground beef. And I was like, no! So I hopped in the car. There was a split second where I thought to myself, I'm just going to order pizza. And then I was like, no! I'm going to cook tonight. So I hopped in the car, went to the grocery store, I got ground beef. I came back and made dinner. I haven't eaten it yet. I ate a couple of bites. I haven't eaten it yet, though, because I asked Sam if he wanted some, and he was like, sure. So I'm going to go over to his place and bring some food over, and we're going to eat together. So it's sitting in little Tupperware containers right now. I'm going over there after I'm done with this. But made dinner, which I feel accomplished. I was looking today at people do, like, 30-day cooking challenges where they're like, okay, for the next 30 days, I'm going to cook at least one thing. It can be breakfast, lunch, or dinner, whatever. But I'm going to cook at least one thing every day. Take a picture, and it has to be something that I've never cooked before. And I was like, man, that sounds really fun, but I don't know if I could stick to that. I don't trust myself to stick to that. I feel like I'd be like, yeah, I can totally do this, and then I just biff it real bad. At some point, you know, I'd just mess it all up. But yeah, I'm excited to eat. Really excited to eat. I'm glad that happened. And fortunately, it was a meal that doesn't take long to make at all. So it was just kind of like done and ready to go. But I keep complaining about this, and I'm going to keep complaining about it because it's nuts. It's so hot. It's been so hot in my apartment, like in the 90s all day. And it's so sweltering. It's so bad. And I guess I'm sweating out toxins, so that's good. But man, it's so warm. And apparently it's going to be over 100 tomorrow and the next day, which I'm not excited about, but I'll deal with it. Tomorrow I'm helping Jeannie out with some stuff because they're moving. So I'm helping Jeannie with a couple of things and her U-Haul and all of that. And she's helped me a lot with that sort of stuff. So I'm going to help her. She bought me work gloves. I was so excited. She was like, I'm going to Home Depot. Do you need anything? And I was like, yeah. I need like small person gloves, not child gloves, but like small hand gloves. And she was like, okay. And she went to Home Depot and she got gloves that fit me perfectly. I was so jazzed. And she didn't accidentally get me gardening gloves. Jeannie's the best. That was my like primary concern, was I was like, I wonder if I should tell her not to get me gardening gloves, because sometimes it's easy to just be like, they're gloves. But I was like, I need gloves that are going to protect my hands. And I think she was like, I got it. I got that. I was like, thank you. Mwah. But yeah, I'm really hungry. I know that this has not been a long video, but I'm really hungry, so I'm going to go. But I hope you guys had an amazing day, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. Bye-bye. Mwah.